This is your boy DJ Akademiks, and now I didn't think I would have to address this, but I do have to address this because a lot of people have been sending me a lot of stories. Now, if you guys don't know, you guys can send me stories that I could cover or that I can include on all these uploads. However, the thing is, I don't report fake news. I don't want to report anything that's not factual. Now, a lot of times people send me stories, and I see a lot of people recently sending me the same stories which are not true, which means you guys are not checking your sources, which means I'm looking at a bunch of fake shit. Now, when I usually do a story, I usually check a bunch of credible sites. Maybe you don't consider them credible all the time, but for the most part, they're credible. TMZ, CNN.com. Also look at multiple of other news outlets that usually have credible information. Now, what stories am I talking about? You guys keep sending me. I see you guys sending me 3 stories. At least within the week, I've seen over 30 people send me these 3 stories. And the thing is, you should kind of know it's kind of fake. Number one, if you don't hear me talk about it first, if I don't jump out ahead on the story, probably it's not true, right? You don't see stories linger for like 2 weeks and no one that's major picks up on it, not even a bigger blog or even me, whatever. But people have been sending me these stories. Now, first of all, the story sounds so fucking ridiculous. You should know it's not real. There's one story that came out. It came on September 7th, and I'll tell you about the sites in a second, which are satirical websites. And I explained those satires before, but I guess I'm going to have to do it again. Now, the story says, Young Thug arrested on murder charges. Now, the thing is, people just see the headline and then they see a TMZ, like it looks like it's a TMZ mugshot. So they think it's real, and they just kind of read the story or just glance through and be like, oh shit, it's real. Let me send it over. Now, if you read through the story, it's saying that fucking Young Thug shot somebody over another dude. I mean, come on now. Really? It sounds too fucking ridiculous. So, Young Thug shot a nigga over his boyfriend. Come on. The details is even in the story is only to make you laugh. It's not really factual. It even has some type of fake photograph of Young Thug actually shooting. It's fake. Now, the name of that website is dailyleaks.com. As I said, it's a satirical website. It's to make you laugh. However, most people, they look at it and instead of laughing, they're like, oh my God, my baby Young Thug, he's arrested for murder. No, calm down. It's not. Okay. Another one I see people keep sending to me. Bad Boy CEO Puffy Combs arrested in connection with Tupac Shakur's murder. Listen, it doesn't even matter where you see the story at. Even if I saw this story at fucking TMZ.com, I would probably be like, really? Come on now. Tupac got killed in 96. If they didn't get his murder yet, if they didn't catch him yet, you think all of a sudden randomly they're going to arrest someone of high profile like Diddy? Nigga, please. Now, that story even sounds fucking ridiculous. They use an old mugshot of his from, I believe, when he had that club shooting case in New York. And they make up a whole story about, it's some 2011 interview. It's fake. Now, the name of this website, you could tell by the name of the website, which means you should fact check your sources. It's called mostextremenews.com. The name fucking says it. Mostextremenews.com. If you think Diddy is arrested, you think CNN's not picking that up? Diddy is a CEO of Revolt TV, which is is becoming a big TV conglomerate. Everyone's going to pick that up. Now, this last story, and this is what really prompted me to make the video. This is just fucker, it's fine. It's like, if you read this and you seriously, because people have been bombarding me with the messages to my Facebook. So if you guys want to send me stories, there's a link in the description. It's to my Facebook page. I read all my messages, or you guys can write on my wall, or you could just email me. The email is also in the description. But when I saw people just constantly asking me about this, I'm like, yo, if you don't laugh even saying the title of the story, you should probably kind of get a hint. It's not real. Now, this is the this is the title of the story. It says, Chief Keef arrested for murder after police find one of his dreads. Find a fucking strand of his dreads at the murder scene. Come on. Nigga, please. Really? Really? This ain't The Wire. You found a strand of his dread at the fucking scene? And this is what people think is real? And now, I will give credit because this is one of the bigger satirical website. This is creambmp.com. They're pretty popular. They've been, at least for the last couple of years, they've been the pioneers in putting out satirical stories, which are fake stories. Well, not all fake stories, because I deliver news in a satirical manner, which means I use a lot of sarcasm. Sometimes it might be a little bit parody, but Most of the stories, there's a real life person exists and there's a real crime that was committed. If I report news about Chicago, I probably got it from the Chicago Sun-Times or the Chicago Tribune. That's it. I'm not going off some Negro saying some shit on Twitter. That's all you guys tell me to report on something. If you can't provide me with a Chicago Sun-Times or a Chicago Tribune or a New York Daily News or a New York Post, if you can't provide me with a publication that has some type of credibility and they put out the story, I'm probably not going to report it. Because it's probably some nigga who claims he saw some shit and really he was just making the shit up. And then anyway. But this particular site, creambmp.com, it's saying, listen, it says all of Chicago can put their guns back on safety now. Chief Keef is behind bars, said the police to a news crew. Come on, first of all, news crews don't even show up in Chicago, so you should already know that's fake. It says the best thing that could happen to hip hop is for Chief Keef to get shot 9 times and not survive. And that was a quote from another local rapper. Fake. Fucking fake. Let's put these things to bed. Before you guys read something and believe it, it's probably fake. Now, for everything I report here that's news, unless I say alleged, if I say alleged, it's something that's thought to have been happened, but there's not confirmation. Now, I wouldn't say alleged arrested for murder because that's something that's a fact. Were you arrested for murder or not? Now, if Young Thug allegedly has a bae, that's something is subjective. If he's allegedly homosexual, we don't know. But as far as these things could be proven as fact, arrested for murder, charged for murder, his fucking strand of his dread gets found at the scene, you guys could confirm that. So before you guys send me stories, and I know I'm getting a ton of stories, probably 300 stories a week that you guys are sending me. I do as much as I can, but you guys got to make sure you're sending me real shit. And if you're going to ask me some shit, just ask me, is this real or not? I'll tell you if it's real. But yeah, it's your boy DJ Akademiks. Make sure you guys like, definitely subscribe. Get at me on Facebook and send me stories. It's your boy DJ Akademiks. I'm out.